evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please stand for the posting of the flags, the national anthem, after which Ms. Shauna Carter, our guidance officer, will lead us in prayer.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we give you thanks this afternoon. We pause at this time to invite your presence in this place. Much planning and work behind the scenes has gone into making this event a successful one. And we pray, Lord, that you will be with us and that all things will run smoothly. And even if they don't, we thank you because you do all things well. This evening we pray for the graduates who are standing before us. They've worked hard, they've persevered, even though things may have been rough at times. And they're here this evening to celebrate. And we join in that celebration of their accomplishment. Bless them, O Father, as they move onto their next leg of their journey, whether it is employment, whether it is further study. We pray, Lord, that you will grant their efforts success. You will provide for them careers. You will provide for them opportunities. And we pray that you will walk with them on their journey. Father, we know that they could not have accomplished anything this evening without their instructors, their heads of division, and the other members of staff who have worked to support them on this journey. We thank you, O Father, for all of them. And we pray that you will continue to give them the zeal and the enthusiasm to instruct the students under their charge so that they can reap success. We also thank you for the administration of this institution, the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology. We pray for members of the Board of Management. We pray for the management team, the principal, the deputy principals, and all members of staff who make up this great institution. We pray, Lord, for continued zeal and encouragement as we move from and train each cohort as they come to the institution. As we also recognize our parents, guardians, and other significant others who are here, these students could not have made it without them. And we thank you for their support. And we ask that they would continue to grant that support to these young charges as they move on to their next stage. And as these graduates step forward into new opportunities, we ask for your wisdom to lead them, your strength to sustain them, and may your protection cover them. May they use the skills they learned at SJPI with excellence, integrity, and purpose. Bless them with courage, Lord, to face the challenges, clarity in their decisions, and confidence in the talents you have placed within them. Continue, Lord, to be with us. Bless this evening's proceedings, and may all go to be, and may we dedicate this moment to you, and we thank you for all that you will do on our behalf. Amen.
Please be seated. Honorable Sandra Husbands, MP, Minister of Training and Tertiary Education. Mr. Patrick McCaskey, Permanent Secretary, Minister of Training and Tertiary Education. Ms. Deborah Dowridge, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Training and Tertiary Education. Dr. Roderick Rudder, Director of Training, Ministry of Training and Tertiary Education. Ms. Corinne Kennedy Tate, GTE, Chairman of the Board of Management of the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology. Other officials of the government of Barbados and statutory organizations. Members of the Board of Management of the SJPI, former chairmen and former members of the board, Mr. Ian Drakes, Principal of the SJPI, Ms. Brenda Osborne and Ms. Andrea Brathwaite, Deputy Principals of the SJPI and other members of the senior management team. Honorary awardees, Dr. Dion Greenidge, Executive Director and CEO of the Sagicor Cave Hill School of Management and Business, University of the West Indies. Ms. Teresha Logie, Human Resources, Talent Acquisition and Development Manager, Republic Bank Barbados Limited. Retired principals and retired members of staff of the SJPI, principals, registrars, and officials of tertiary educations and secondary schools, heads of division and members of staff, members of the advisory committees, industry partners and sponsors, Valedictorian, Mr. Kareem Mufford, graduating class of 2025, parents and significant others of the graduating class, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to the graduation and award ceremony for the class of 2025. I am Royden Richards, Head of Division of the Division of Agriculture, and it is my pleasure to serve as your Master of Ceremonies this evening. Thank you, Ms. Carter, for inviting God's presence over our proceedings. We also extend our sincere appreciation to the Barbados Cadet Corps for the posting of the flags. These flags represent the home countries of our graduating students. Our thanks as well to the Lord School Steel Orchestra for their beautiful performance, which has set a wonderful tone for the evening. Kindly join me in applauding them. The theme for this year's celebration is Building Skills, Creating Tomorrow. It was inspired by Nora Ephron, who reminded us that your education is a dress rehearsal for a life that is yours to lead. I am honored here to introduce an outstanding educator with more than 50 years of service. She holds multiple qualifications from the University of the West Indies, a management certification from George Washington University. She served as principal of Queens College for over a decade and was the first deputy principal of Harrison College. Since 2022, she has brought her extensive expertise to the role of chairman of the SJPI Board of Management. Please help me to welcome Ms. Corinne Kennedy Tate, chairman of the Board of Management, to deliver the official welcome and chairman's remarks. Ms. Tate.
Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Royden Edwards, Honorable Sandra Husbands, Minister of Training and Tertiary Education, Permanent Secretary and the Deputy Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Training and Tertiary Education, senior officers of the ministries, other government officials, and heads of statutory organizations, chairman and members of the Board of Management of the SJPI, former chairman and former members of the board, principal and deputy principals of the SJPI, honorary awardees, other distinguished and especially invited guests, past and present staff of the SJPI, valedictorian and graduating class of 2025, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, everyone. It is my distinct pleasure, on behalf of the Board of Management, to welcome you all to the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology's graduation and award ceremony for the class of 2025. This evening, within the historic walls of Wyndham Sam Lord's Castle, we gather to celebrate excellence, resilience, and transformation. Our theme, Building Skills, Creating Tomorrow, speaks to the very heart of SJPI's mission. Here, we don't prepare young men and women for employment, we prepare them for leadership, innovation, and service. We are not passive observers of change, we are the builders of the future. We are deeply honored this evening by the presence of Honorable Sandra Husbands, Minister of Training and Tertiary Education. Minister, your steady leadership continues to strengthen and reimagine this vital sector, ensuring that technical and vocational education receives the recognition, investment, and respect that it deserves. I also acknowledge Mr. Patrick McCaskey, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, and Dr. Roderick Rudder, Director of Education, for their unwavering support and their guidance. Together, you have all helped institutions such as ours to remain strong, relevant, and progressive in this ever-changing world. This year, we stand at the threshold of an extraordinary milestone, the amalgamation of the SJPI, the Barbados Community College, Urdiston Teachers Training College, and the Barbados Vocational Training Board into the University College of Barbados, UCB. This is simply not an administrative reform. It is the dawn of a new and unified tertiary education system. And let me affirm with great pride that the SJPI division of the UCB will serve as the hub of technical and vocational education, not only locally, but regionally and in time, internationally. Our vision is clear. It is to make Barbados the Caribbean's leading center for applied learning, innovation, and scaled excellence. At the SJPI, we are not only teaching skills, we are building confidence, we are building character, and we are building capacity. One of our most exciting new ventures is the construction of a state-of-the-art welding plant, a modern facility that will merge technology and craftsmanship and prepare our students for world-class industrial standards. We are also expanding programs in digital design, robotics, renewable energy systems, and AI-assisted technologies. These are all fields that are shaping the global economy of tomorrow. SJPI continues to adapt boldly, ensuring our graduates are ready, not just for today's world, but for the world that they will help to create. This year, our partnerships with government, industry, and NGOs, and the international organizations have reached record levels. To date, 106 scholarships, valued at well over $200,000, have been awarded to our students, and there are still more to come. This remarkable investment tells a powerful story, that Barbados believes in its skilled workforce and that the international community believes in the SJPI. To every donor, every corporate donor, governmental and private, I extend heartfelt thanks. Your generosity is shaping futures, changing lives, and building human capital that drives growth. I urge you to continue walking with us as we nurture the next generation of builders, creators, and innovators. To the parents and families of the graduates, we say thank you. Your sacrifices and steadfast encouragement have been the quiet strength behind every success celebrated here tonight. To the principal, deputy principals, and staff, as well as the Board of Management, we all extend deepest appreciation. Your dedication, creativity, and tireless work ensure that the SJPI remains a national beacon of excellence and pride. And now to you, the graduating class of 2025. You have faced challenges, you have adapted to change, and you have emerged stronger, not by standards. Use your knowledge, skill, and imagination to construct a society worthy of your potential. Whether you weld, code, design, or innovate, we want you to build with excellence, integrity, and pride. And so, as we celebrate you, the class of 2025, let us recommit to our shared mission to build skills, to create tomorrow, and to secure a bright and prosperous Barbados. On behalf of the Board of Management, I extend heartfelt congratulations to our graduates. You have made us proud, and we are confident that your hands, minds, and hearts will shape the future of our nation. Congratulations to you, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Madam Chair, for that warm and insightful welcome. It is my pleasure to introduce the Minister. Despite her busy schedule, she was determined to be here to celebrate the outstanding achievements of our students today. The Honorable Sandra Husbands is dedicated to strengthening human development, good governance, and economic advancement across the Caribbean. Her distinguished public service includes her tenure as Minister of State in Foreign Trade and Business Development, and later as Minister in the Ministry of Foreign Trade. Equipped with a Bachelor of Science in Sociology and Law and a Master's in International Trade Policy, she led and shaped trade policy, advanced enterprise growth, and expanded business access opportunities domestically, within CARICOM, and the global marketplace. Minister Husbands currently serves as Minister of Training and Tertiary Education, where she continues to champion the creation of strong social and economic systems designed to empower individuals and help every citizen realize their fullest potential. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the Honorable Sandra Husbands to give her remarks.
Thank you very much, Mr. Master of Ceremonies, Permanent Secretary and Deputy Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, senior officers of the Ministry, other government officials, and heads of statutory corporations, chairmen and members of the Board of Management of the SJPI, former chairman and former members of the Board of Management of the SJPI, honorary awardees, other distinguished and specially invited guests, past and present staff of the SJPI, valedictorian and graduating class of 2025, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Graduations are always special moments. They're the crowning moment for the effort that has been expended over a period of time that has been rewarded with success by gaining very positive results. And so it's my pleasure and honor to join you on this important day as we celebrate the achievements of the 2025 graduating class of the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology. Today's theme, Building Skills, Creating Tomorrow. It reminds us that the future we envision for Barbados will be built not by chance, but by the skilled hands and sharp minds we see before us today. SJPI has long been a national leader in technical and vocational education, providing opportunities for Barbadians aged 16 and older to master practical in-demand skills, whether in carpentry and masonry, hybrid and electric vehicle maintenance, automotive technology, massage therapy, catering, electrical installation, or office administration. Your training places you at the heart of Barbados' economic growth and at the center of our transformation. This year, we are pleased to note a 4% increase in student enrollment. That's a sign that more citizens are recognizing the value of vocational and technical skills as pathways to meaningful employment and entrepreneurship. This progress has been supported by an exceptional network of partners, and I want to acknowledge the scholarships and assistance provided by the private sector organizations, non-governmental organizations, government ministries, and our Barbadian diaspora who contributed to your support in terms of PPE and other necessities. Their investment in you demonstrates a shared commitment to your well-being and to developing a highly skilled national workforce. Now, SJPI has been a true nation builder at the forefront of producing competent and competitive workers for our workforce. So I wish to acknowledge its contribution to the Barbados Construction Gateway Training Initiative and other training initiatives, including the soon-to-be Drone Academy. Graduates, you are completing your studies during a period of significant change in our educational landscape. Currently, the skills gap remains the predominant barrier to transformation across most industries and economies globally. A recent Future Jobs Survey finding suggests that on current trends over the 2025 to 2030 period, job creation and job destruction due to structural labor market transformation will amount to 22% of today's total jobs. New jobs coming and old jobs dying. This is expected to entail the creation of new jobs equivalent to 14% of today's total employment, amounting to 170 million jobs. However, this growth is expected to be offset by the displacement of the equivalent of 8%, or 92 million jobs, resulting in net growth of 7% total employment, or 78 million jobs. Our commitment to you graduates is to ensure that you are going to be able to be among those who will find good paying jobs in this new era. And our commitment to you parents is that we will continue to support you and partner with you to help you to be able to groom and encourage your children to build a life that is satisfying. Now, what are the drivers of these trends? What is causing this change? Technological change, geoeconomic fragmentation, economic uncertainty, demographic shifts, and the green transition, individually and together, are among the major drivers expected to shape and transform the global labor market by 2030. The World Economic Forum 2025 predicts that half of all workers will need reskilling due to rapid digital transformation, new business models, and evolving job requirements. Hence, the task that has been assigned to the Ministry of Training and Tertiary Education is to help every Barbadian to reskill and upskill. It means that all of us will be going back to school. And I have started. I'm reskilling and I am upskilling to lead the way, and I'm encouraging you to do the same. Key future skills will include analytical thinking, problem solving, active learning, creativity, resilience, leadership, and technological proficiency like programming and data analysis. These skills fall into problem solving, self-management, working with people, and tech use design, critical for thriving in increasingly hybrid and tech-driven workplaces. The transformation of the jobs and skills landscape will have significant impacts on businesses, industries, governments, and workers worldwide. So it is therefore crucial to develop forecasts, identify appropriate workforce and talent strategies, and make informed decisions on managing the disruption to jobs and skills for employers and workers alike. We have a responsibility to work with you, and you have a responsibility to partner with us to help Barbados and everyone in our workforce to safely transition to the new jobs that will be available. We do not want to leave anyone behind. This necessitates that both public and private sector organizations must invest in continuous learning, in skill development, and a growth-oriented culture to stay competitive and retain our top talent. The government of Barbados is undertaking numerous training and tertiary education initiatives to reverse the growing global skills gap. Now, these include strategically investing in the infrastructural upgrade and enhancement of its learning spaces and the quality of teacher training and instruction, as well as the integration of 4 key institutions, namely the Barbados Community College, the Barbados Vocational Training Board, Urdeston Teacher Training College, and SJPI, to form the University College of Barbados. Now, this new institution will strengthen the quality, relevance, and reach of tertiary education, giving you broader opportunities and ensuring that TVET remains central to our national development and growth trajectory. Indeed, with the coming of UCB, we're hoping to be able to offer you even more programs than you have right now, therefore ensuring that each person can find that place that is truly theirs, that skill that really excites them, and put them on the path to a career and a job that will be satisfying in every way. In addition to what we're doing in terms of our planning and working on the University College of Barbados, we also have the Barbados Institute of Food and Agriculture, which is scheduled to open in January 2026 thanks to the People's Republic of China, a commitment to take agriculture and agricultural careers to a new level so that those who have that interest can find good-paying jobs, good-paying entrepreneurial activities that can assist them to build a life doing that which they love. The numerous national development scholarships and exhibitions and financial assistance grants we've given out annually to Barbadian students, and we're hopeful that we'll be able to do even more. We are continuously, as a government, working to operationalize existing and establish new MOUs with international universities, international development agencies, the private sector, and governments to increase the quantity, quality, and relevance of training programs and opportunities for all Barbadians of all ages, but in particular for you, our youth. The Barbados Construction Gateway Training Initiative, the Farming and Fishing Gateway Training Initiative, and soon to be rolled out, the Hospitality Gateway Training Initiative, and the Village Builders Program. And why are these important? Because Barbados is expecting to construct another 9 hotels over the next 2 to 3 years. This is likely to generate jobs close to 6,000 in construction, and certainly close to 8,000 for hospitality careers. That means there'll be opportunities for our young people, but we are a little bit behind. And this is why we are accelerating our training so that we can ensure that all of the young people in Barbados who want to pursue a career, that there's an opportunity for them to get it. And that way we're going to build our country together. So on behalf of the Ministry of Training and Tertiary Education, I want to extend my profound gratitude to all who've contributed to making this 2025 graduation outcome a reality. In particular, your facilitators and tutors, your instructors, the hard work they do every day, the admin staff that seek to help the SJPI to roll smoothly and to meet the needs of everyone. I want to sincerely thank you for working with your chair and board and with your principal and deputy principals to make sure that SJPI does what it needs to do. That is to help us build strong graduates for Barbados. I call on you all to continue to build a Barbados where every skill is valued, where every learner is empowered, and every opportunity is within reach. So let us strive to establish Barbados as a beacon of innovation, a center of talent, and a nation where aspirations are transformed into tangible successes. And that's who you are today, our tangible success. So to you graduates, today is about you. It's about your hard work, it's about your perseverance, and it's about your dedication that has brought you to this moment. What you've done, you've proven to yourselves that you can do it. And having taken this step, you can take many more steps in your life and keep climbing that ladder to success. Because having done it once, you can do it again. So, whether you choose employment, entrepreneurship, or further study, You are going to play a vital role in shaping a sustainable, modern, and innovative Barbados. And as minister, I want to assure you that your country needs your talents. I extend heartfelt congratulations. May you go forward with confidence, purpose, and pride, and be true craftsmen and women of our fate. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you, and to all of you graduates, I say well done, and to the parents, you have just pride in what your children have done today. And may God bless you as you all continue your journey to build a better life and to build a better Barbados. God bless everyone.
Thank you, Minister Husbands, for your dignified and thought-provoking address. As indicated earlier, the Minister has a very full schedule and must now depart to attend another engagement. Ladies and gentlemen, I kindly ask that you please stand as the Minister exits the auditorium. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce the esteemed leader of the SJPI, a distinguished educator with more than 3 decades of service to Barbados. He earned his teaching and educational management qualifications here in Barbados before completing a master's in educational leadership at Walden University. He joined the SJPI in 2011 as Curriculum Development Officer, later served as Deputy Principal for Administration, and was appointed Principal in 2018. Since then, we've known his catchphrase, "These are exciting times." Please join me in welcoming Principal of the SJPI, Mr. Ian Drakes, to deliver his report.
Thank you, Mr. Master of Ceremonies. Good evening to everyone. Good evening to everyone. You sound a little bit, not lively. The exciting times continue. Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Raydon Richards, the Honorable Sandra Husbands, Minister of Training and Tertiary Education, Permanent Secretary and Deputy Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, senior officers of the Ministry, of ministries and other government officials and heads of statutory organizations, chairman and members of the Board of Management of the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology, former chair and former members of the Board of Management of the SJPI, deputy principals of the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology, honorary awardees, other distinguished guests, specially invited guests, past and present staff of the SJPI, valedictorian and graduating class of 2025, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, again, a very warm good evening to you. Esteemed guests, faculty, proud parents, staunch supporters, and future leaders of society, a really good afternoon, and welcome to the inaugural graduation of the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology under our newly formed parent ministry, the Ministry of Training and tertiary education. For those who may not know, this is the first time. It is my absolute pleasure to be here with you under the stewardship of the esteemed Honorable Sandra Husbands. As the saying goes, every great performance begins with a rehearsal. And if you heard your theme for this evening, building skills, creating tomorrow, your education is a dress rehearsal for your life that is yours to lead. This day in history, we celebrate the graduating class of 2025. Today we stand to honor over 1,000 students for what is both a closing chapter and the opening of another. It is the commemoration of them coming into their own as valued members of the workforce, and tonight we celebrate them under the theme, as I have outlined earlier, building skills, creating tomorrow. Your education is a dress rehearsal for life of yours to lead. This powerful theme serves as a reminder that whatever we experience in life, up to the point we are at, is a precursor for something bigger to come. And you would have heard the minister outline that there are more training coming as we expect the 21st century to explode with technology. We have the opportunity to reflect on our performance and make improvements before the big event, of which there will be many, as has been outlined. Again, there are more to come. You spent semesters building your skills, sharpening your minds, discovering that what you are passionate about, gaining critical thinking skills, and meeting new friends and prospective business partners. A dress rehearsal is not the final performance, but it's essential. It prepares you for the spotlight, for the unexpected, for the moments that will define your life. And now, as the curtain comes down and you prepare to step out into the world that is waiting for you, to share your brilliance, your creativity, knowledge, and your voice, I wish to see you in this theme as it is what it says. This theme calls for action, a call for you to courageously step into the world of work and make a positive impact. In addition, this foundation would allow you to further your technical vocational studies as well. In other words, we have made you future ready for the many ways that the technology will explode and the new talent that you will need in the future, 2030 and beyond. This impact is based not only on the lessons overtly taught, but least obvious core developed skills. Think back on every time you were required to sit in a classroom for a theory session. This was a lesson in patience. Every time you were required to complete an assignment and the deadline was looming and you were nowhere close to completion. This was a lesson in perseverance. And every time during your time at the SJPI, you found yourself wondering, why did I apply for this program that is harder than I expected? But you hung in there and you made it to the end. This was a lesson in resilience. All these lessons were extremely essential in a dress rehearsal for what is to come. You now know that you are capable of entering into the next chapter of your life, bringing with you the ability to think for yourselves, adapt when necessary, and rise and conquer when things seem too hard. This theme is not just a call to action for our students, but it's also for every member of this institution to do our best to ensure that our students effectively navigate their dress rehearsal and ensure a successful life performance. I firmly believe that this is a task we have already begun, but I want us to pledge to continue this student-staff partnership to guarantee a greater performance in the world of work. One way in which we have been doing this is through our continued drive to secure industry partnerships to ensure our students receive some of the same opportunities as their cohort at institutions of traditional academia. This year marks a remarkable increase in scholarship support for our students, as you would have heard. But I'll be a little more specific. We are delighted to welcome 6 new partners: Automotive Art, Eric Hustle and Son, Federal Motors Spare, Mount Gay Distilleries Limited, Nirvana Construction, and the Government of Barbados through the Ministry of Energy and Business, whose contributions have brought the total value of scholarships awards to in excess of $190,000. These funds represent a tremendous leap from last year's total of $34,100. We extend heartfelt thanks to our returning partners, including the Barbados National Energy Company Limited, the Garat Family, High Park Limited, the Marcona Foundation, the National Horizon Unit of the Ministry of Environment and National Beautification, Beauty and Green Economy, Timothy Giddens and Family, Affinity Plus Credit Union, City of Bracetown Cooperative Credit Union, and the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited for their continued investment in our students' future. The expansion of our scholarship programs reflect the glowing confidence of our partners in the quality of our students and the transformative power of education. Another response to this call of action has appeared in the institution's signing on the merger of the Barbados Community College, Barbados Vocational Training Board, and the Eardiston Teachers Training College to form the University College of Barbados, as so ably expounded by our Honorable Minister. Let me share with you the excitement of this amalgamation. It will allow greater access to higher education, specifically in areas of technical and vocational education and training, providing a solution to the number of applicants these institutions are forced to turn away because of the limited space. It would also function as a gateway to employment and entrepreneurship, placing emphasis not just on traditional academia, but also skills development and certification for modern industries. Additionally, it serves to strengthen the workforce in Barbados through the integration of programs which encompass academia, tech vault, and pedagogical training. The institution is ready in itself. SJPI is readying itself for this transition through staff participation in continuous development. I am pleased to report that during the 2024-2025 school year, many of our staff members participated in over 60 professional development endeavors to improve the way we offer service education to you, our clients. Ladies and gentlemen, we are positioning ourselves to provide every measure of mentorship that you will be successful in your opportunities, and we are committing ourselves to mentorship opportunities that will equip you with the tools that matter most. This is not simply about finding a job. It's about building a career, shaping your future, and contributing meaningfully to society. Together, we will ensure that your journey is not only successful, but transformative. Our commitment to the cause has also extended to the very infrastructure. One thing we will always do is strive to make the institution as welcoming and a learning center as possible. To date, the institution has retrofitted the gym located in the Jeffrey Yard Sports Complex with state-of-the-art equipment to encourage strengthening not just the mind, but the body. Renovations have also continued to classrooms and workshops around the campus, integrating modern machinery to ensure students receive training in an environment that's closely mimicked to those in the industry. Also, as the positive effect of a happy staff complement the benefits, there is the care for renovation being carried out in staff offices and common areas. The institution is on the right path, as this year we recorded an increase in enrollment of 4% in the full-time division. This achievement is not merely a statistic. It's a testimony to the trust in us by students and family. With the implementation of the University College of Barbados, we are confident that upward trajectory will accelerate expeditiously. UCB presents more than experience. It's a bold step towards redefining education in Barbados, creating opportunities that will empower our youth and strengthen our nation's future. Tonight, we celebrate the remarkable achievement of our graduates across every division. From Business Studies Division, 57 students, including 5 outstanding achievers, stand ready to make their mark. In Human Ecology, 89 graduates shine, and 9 will be recognized for exceptional distinctions. Electrical engineering contributions include 79 graduates, 10 of whom are outstanding, while automotive and welding engineering proudly presents 95 with 13 outstanding achievers. Mechanical engineering and printing adds 26 graduates, 9 of whom are outstanding. And agricultural honors 18 with 8 outstanding students. Building studies celebrate 47 graduates, 11 of whom are outstanding. Finally, our large cohort, 594 graduates from the Open and Flexible Center, Distance and Continuing Education, demonstrates the power of accessible education. On the subject of academic excellence, I must mention that 594 OFL DCE graduates, 167 were a part of the Barbados Construction Gateway Training Initiative, the government partnership that SJPI, BCC, and the Barbados Vocational Training Board provide formidable work for the construction boom that is exploding in Barbados. Together, these numbers tell the story of resilience, excellence, and promise for the future. Graduates, as the curtain rises for your final act in this chapter in your life, I want you to all remember that the choices you have made is up to this point very significant and shape you for the future, as well as the future of the industry to which you be attached and the communities and people with whom you will interact. Always remember, skills are your foundation, but leadership is your art. Utilize everything you have learned while enrolled at this institution, boldly and confidently. Conceptualize, question, innovate, create. Keep at the forefront of your mind that you determine the way your story will be written. Others may add to your story, but your choice to dictate the plot is yours. You know that man plans, God decides. Do not let disappointment and hardship taint the plot of your story. Pivot, improve, and most importantly, never lose confidence in your story ending. Be a lifelong learner. I say life-wide learner as well. Use everything you have learned here to put the best performance of your life, starting with this dress rehearsal. Class of 2025, the world is waiting for you, and it's your oyster. Step forward, lead boldly, and let the world see your brilliance. Congratulations to all. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Principal, for your comprehensive report on the many exciting developments at SJPI. I think we need to applaud again. Our work here is strengthened by the invaluable support of our industry partners. In recognition of their contributions, the Graduation and Awards Committee introduced honorary awards in 2022. This was to acknowledge exceptional service to our divisions. This evening, I am pleased to invite our Deputy Principal, Ms. Brenda Osborne, who began her SJPI journey as an instructor in business studies, later led the Division of Business Studies, and was appointed Deputy Principal Academic in September 2022. To present the SJPI Industry Partners Honorary Awardees for 2025, Ms. Brenda Osborne.
protocol has already been established. However, I wish to acknowledge Mr. Patrick McCaskey, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Training, Tertiary, and Education, as well as all other senior officials of the Ministry of Training and Tertiary Education. Good evening, sir. As you heard earlier, in November 2022, it was decided by the management of the SJPI to honor stakeholders for their sterling contribution to the institution. This evening, the Business Studies Division will recognize two such stakeholders. Over the past 16 years, the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology enjoyed a valued partnership with the University of the West Indies Cayfield campus. This partnership provides our students with meaningful hands-on experience through internship. Our interns from the Division of Business Studies, particularly those enrolled in the Diploma in Office Administration, are welcome as employees and integrated into various faculties and departments. During their internship, students actively participate in the day-to-day operations of their assigned departments, gaining practical insights and professional exposure. The university, in turn, benefits from students' dedication, enthusiasm, and high caliber of training offered at the SJPI. Additionally, this partnership has provided the opportunity for many of our students to work whilst pursuing higher level qualifications, either at the degree level or as high as the master's program. As stated, the UWI Cayfield campus, as an educational institution, remains committed to strengthening this long-standing partnership with the SJPI. Together, both institutions will continue to nurture students' professional growth, expand their knowledge and skills, empower them to build successful careers, thereby contributing to a stronger workforce with a brighter future for Barbados. To the management and staff of the UWI Cayfield campus, we extend gratitude and look forward to many more years of partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Dion Greenidge, Executive Director and CEO of Sagicor Cayfield School of Business and Management, will receive the plaque on behalf of the management and staff of the UWI Cayfield campus. Madam Chair, I invite you to stand to make this presentation of these awards. Ladies and gentlemen, our second honoree is a financial institution remaining true to its mission, "We are the one for you." None other than the Republic Bank Barbados Limited, previously Barbados National Bank Inc., a member of the Republic Financial Holdings Limited. This bank boasts a proud and rich history as a socially responsible corporate partner, which we at the SJPI can attest to. Republic Bank, a financial institution dedicated to youth development and education. Over the years, the Republic Bank has proudly collaborated with us, initially under the SJPI brand and now the SJPI. It has supported our internship program, which provides students with experiential experience in their respective fields of study. The bank hosts at least one intern each year, providing practical exposure to the professional work environment. This bank is committed to investing in our youth by ensuring that they contribute to the development of young minds who will become leaders of tomorrow. It is noted that the Republic Bank continues to be devoted to creating opportunities that strengthen communities, remaining true to its mission, we are the one for you. We at the SJPI express sincere appreciation to the Republic Bank Barbados Limited for their superlative contribution to education. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask Ms. Tarisha Logie, Human Resources, Talent Acquisition, and Development Manager of the Republic Bank Barbados Limited, to receive the plaque on behalf of the management and staff of the bank. Madam Chair, thank you for assisting us with the presentation.
Thank you, Mrs. Osborne. We extend sincere thanks to the University of the West Indies, Cave Hill campus, and the Republic Bank for their outstanding service to the Division of Business Studies. Please pause and be uplifted by the beautiful vocals of Miss Kelly Cadogan, singer, songwriter, vocal trainer, vocal coach, and life coach. She holds an associate degree in music and theater arts from the Barbados Community College and has served as a voice tutor in the music department for over 15 years. Kelly is passionate about inspiring others and hopes her performance offers you, our graduates, a fresh, new, revelatory perspective on life and your life's purpose. Please welcome Miss Kelly Cadogan.
Good evening, everyone. I pray that today, this wonderful occasion for you all, that no matter what you're going through in your life, things will come. Two things to remember. Don't panic and always walk in your own shoes.
Life is given and taken, but you gotta make it your own. 'Cause if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. Situations come, situations go. So many times it gets you down, but don't be so quick to give up. I need you to come and sing along. Don't panic, say it with ease. Don't you panic, you got to believe. Don't you panic, don't you panic, don't you panic. Don't panic, just say it with ease. Don't you panic, you got to believe. Don't you panic, don't you panic, don't you panic. Now people, you gotta love what you do, give your all. You gotta put love when life gets hard and things get bleak. You should stop you said you would do. Seeking your purpose will see you through. Leave behind a great legacy that your son or your daughter will want to achieve. Don't panic, say it release. Don't you panic, you got to believe. Don't you panic, don't you panic, don't you panic, no. Don't panic, just say it release. Don't you panic, you got to believe. Don't you panic, don't you panic, don't you panic. Hold your head up high, look up to the sky. Say that the righteous not forsaken or receive begging bread. Don't panic, say it release. Don't you panic, you got to believe. Don't you panic, don't you panic, don't you panic, no. Don't panic. Thank you. So many times you said I can't do it. Well, I am here to prove you wrong. If I conceive it and I believe it, I know the love of God is leading me on. Ooh, too often I give up so easy when things don't go. In every trial there is a triumph. I'm gonna walk my journey all the way. I'm walking in my own shoes. I'm walking in my own shoes. Walking in my own shoes. Walking in my own shoes. The road is long, my stride sometimes shaky, but I'm gonna keep pushing on. If I conceive it and I believe it, I know the love of God is holding me strong. Now faith is a substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. I can't give up now, been here for too long. See me step into my God-given dreams. I'm walking in my own shoes. I'm walking in my own shoes. Walking in my own shoes. Walking in my own shoes. Who created me?
God did.
Who provides for me?
God will.
Gives me great ideas.
God will.
God will. God will. Who created you?
God did.
And who provides for you?
God will.
Gives you courage to live out your destiny.
Walking in my own shoes.
See me stepping.
Walking in my own shoes.
What a voice. Thank you, Ms. Cadogan. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our featured speaker, Ms. Sharita Odell. An Olympic long jump qualifier, Ms. Odell has served as sales and marketing manager for several four-star resorts in Barbados. She has also held senior roles, including acting general manager, duty manager, and operations manager. She is the real estate broker for $1 Million Homes and Barbados Real Estate 246. Through her media company, Cherry Berry Productions, she produced Caribbean Window, a real estate and lifestyle TV show that aired in 31 countries on CBS WSEE. She was twice featured on HGTV's Caribbean Life and was a weekly real estate correspondent on Morning Barbados. Her company, Speak Life, has delivered numerous self-improvement and empowerment workshops. She has been a public speaker for more than 25 years and has also served as a radio and television sports analyst for track and field. Please put your hands together and welcome Miss Sharita Odell.
Good evening, everyone. Protocol having been established, and before we step into celebrating you even further and me delivering the message, I want to ask a quick question. I had the privilege once of being a student, evening classes, yes, at SJPI, and I want you to take a guess as to what I was doing. Now, this is the opportunity that you get to talk to me, so don't be nervous. What do you think I was studying on evenings? Thailand, marketing, what else? Physiotherapy, what else? All right. Where is my auto mechanic crew? Where y'all at? I was studying basic car maintenance. And it was a privilege to actually be there, yes. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a privilege to be there, and at the time, the tutor was female. I was like, what? This is incredible. Now, if you ask me right now where a timing belt is, we would have a problem. But that is not the point. The point is I give my all, and guess what? No mechanic can rob me because at least I have a general sense of where things are. So one thing I will tell you about learning a trade, knowing a skill, it gives you absolute freedom. But with freedom, there are consequences, right? You feel excited to perhaps own your business one day or even work for others, but in your own time. But guess what? With that skill, you now have to put in the work. There are going to be no handouts, but the exciting thing is that having that skill is one thing that artificial intelligence, that's the rave nowadays, can't take it away from you. Because at the end of the day, we ladies, we like to get our faces beat. If you know what that means, that's a makeup term where you get your makeup applied, okay? Good. I like to go for massages once every month. Yes, I like the soft life. And because of that, one of you is going to get my coins. But the reality is that a skill is something that everyone doesn't have. And you'll be tempted to take it for granted because sometimes it comes easy to you. But I'm going to share a little bit more about that in a minute. So let me tell you what the point of view of the customer is, because when you leave here, we don't want any excuses for you not putting everything that you've learned into play, all right? So first up, customers want to make sure you have a good reputation, correct? Because one thing we're going to do, Pauline, what do you know about this, man? We're going to check up on you. So you need to ensure that your name precedes you. One thing about Barbados, we will talk loudly about anybody. So make sure that when you are not in the room, we're only saying good things about you. Also, let's make sure that you have the knowledge. You see, because when I go to the mechanic and you tell me $624.22, you gotta tell me what just happened. And it needs to sound real good. It can't sound as if you and I were on Google trying to figure out what to do. Correct? So knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. You've learned a lot here, but don't ever let it stop. And then we have, of course, reliability. Oh, let me look at my crew over here. Have you ever called a telecommunications specialist or a plumber and they said they were coming at 9? And at 11, you hadn't got a phone call? Sound a little bit familiar and you still feeling a little bit hurt? For the love of God, just be reliable. Can we count on you? Let your word be your bond. And of course, there's efficiency. Because when you come to fix my shower, and you took 20 minutes to take your tools out, and then say, oh shoot, look at the time I gotta go lunch. I can come back and deal with it after 1. This ain't gonna work out. My time is money, and my time is very expensive, okay? So that's the point of view of the customer. That's what we're looking for. So even though you've learned your skill, you got your trade, you're passionate about it, if you don't deliver these things, you're not gonna get too far. You're not gonna get too far. Now here's something that the adults can tell you. We weren't taught this in school. Adulting is hard, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Like, you know, they teach you all the different 1 + 1 = 2 and this, that, and the other, but they don't tell you that things gonna go wrong. Nobody told me that. I wasn't ready. Huh? But here's the thing, and this is not meant to discourage you, but in life, things are gonna happen. Not might happen. Not could go wrong. They're coming, folks. And the one thing to pass that test of life is resilience. Let me tell you a little story. At the age of 23, I had the privilege of qualifying for the Olympic Games. At a track meet, I ran as hard as I could. I jumped as long as I could, all because I was vexed at my coach. That's the irony of it. But in the process, I broke a national record that was to stand there for 20 years. It was broken only by Akila Jones. And that was for the 1996 Centennial Games in Atlanta. You can imagine my excitement. There were only 5 of us on the track and field team. Folks, I was 1% of 1% of 1% of 1% of 1% of the world to make it to that level. Absolute privilege. And what people don't realize is that just a couple days before the games, there are actually practice meets to keep us sharp and to make sure that all your muscles are firing as you should have them, and just keep your mind in gear. And a couple days before my event, there was such a meet, and it started raining cats and dogs. Now, at international level, we don't operate like the Barbados, where we would have fled the scene from the time we felt a few drops, correct? But no. Internationally, you only leave the field of play once you see lightning. However, it was a torrential downpour, and they made a decision that after me, they would shut down the meet. I was the last jumper. So I went blazing because I wanted to get that good practice before the actual event. And as I ran and I hit that board, my foot slipped from under me. Imagine taking off at full speed, and boom, I could feel my leg tearing in 3 places. As I crumpled in the sand and my tears mixed with the rain, I could see all the stands clearing out. And imagine at that time, I realized this was the highest moment and lowest moment of my life at the exact same time. I know what it feels like to run out of tears. You run out after 2 days. I didn't eat or drink for 2 days. But you know what the toughest part of that experience was? It wasn't the pain and the anguish. It wasn't the horror of me having to take the picture of all the other track mates before the opening ceremony. It was calling my parents and telling them that the dream was over. What do you do? Well, I don't need to tell you. For about 3 months after that, I was in a state of depression. But then I had to make a decision. You want to know why? And I need you to hear this. No one is coming to save you. I had to make a decision to get up and get on with my life and bounce back and do even greater things than I did before. And here's the crux of the matter. When you go through something like that, you have two choices. You can be a victim, or you can make your pain your fuel. And that's what I did. Your pain can become your superpower. When you learn the art of bouncing back and resilience, let me tell you something. It takes a lot to keep you down. I'm in a very ruthless industry, not made for people looking like me. But guess what? I am #unbothered. Why? Because after you go through something like that, you can't come and intimidate me. You understand? And that is the type of attitude that I want you to take into your life, because it's one thing to learn something, but then you have to be able to handle life itself for what you have learned to take power and place. Now here's the thing, many of you are going to leave here and I'm going to share exactly what you're thinking because you're not talking about it to anybody, but some of you are nervous. School done. I can get a job? What's going to happen next? Oh, am I ready for the world of work? Well, don't be discouraged by the fact that you've sent out a gazillion applications. That's all right. That's okay if no one has responded. I sent out 80 applications and I got 6 responses. And they all said, "Thank you so much for reaching out. We'll keep you on file." It took me about 5 months to get a job. For some of you, it might take 3 years. What do? Do you sit and wait and hope that somebody delivers the job in a FedEx package? Or do you get up and do something about it? Let me tell you about my first job. I was 19 years old, yes. And while people were, fresh out of school trying to figure out what to do with their life, one of my parents had pulled some strings and I was getting a job at the Barbados Tourism Authority. That's what it was called back then. And I was so fussy with myself, I put on this cute little skirt suit because I was getting into the world of work. I had on my little high bun, I found some heels, and I went stepping for my first day of greatness. And as I went into the organization, they led me towards the back. And then we started walking some more, a little further back. And then they really, really took me, to the back of the building. But I was still optimistic until he said, "Well, Sharita, this is where you're going to be interning. This is the registry, AKA the mail room." Thank you so much. Folks, it was me, staple machines, stamps, envelopes. It was a joyous occasion. My job was to read the mail and then determine which department it went to. And then put it in nice little beautiful file folders and walk cutely to the department head and deliver it. I hated that job. I despised that job with all my being. Imagine during crop over, I had to sneak sleep in the toilet stall because the job just sapped all of my life. But watch it. I need you to hear this. Later on, when I became sales manager, marketing manager, operations manager, general manager of hotels, I had a competitive edge. Why? Because I read the mail. I knew holistically about tourism in Barbados. I knew the depth that your pools had to be. I knew the height that the railings had to be. I knew how to respond to tourists who were offset with their tourism experience. I knew how to deal with, I saw hoteliers being in breach and how they were dealt with by the authority, all from reading the mail. To this day, as a property investor and short-term superhost and realtor, I still have the competitive edge from what? Reading the mail. Folks, despise not humble beginnings. When you leave here and the only job that you can get is that of a packer, that is okay. What I want you to do when you leave here is work on stacking your coins, making paper, legally, of course. Okay? Because if you want a little car, you gotta pay car insurance, you gotta pay car note, the adults will tell you that these things add up real fast. You gotta climb that ladder continuously. Don't ever stop learning. Don't trick yourself that, I got any certificate today, that's it, woo! No. If you want to go to the next level and do well, you have to continuously educate yourself. Never stop learning. Watch a YouTube course, take life courses, do whatever you have to do, but keep digesting what will elevate you in your craft. That's what's going to set you apart. And you see my man here? Listen, hunger after your passion. Don't mind what anyone tells you. Several years ago, they scoffed at, what, nail technician? How you plan to make money from that? I went to a nail technician one day, and you could tell from the amount of washcloths in the basket how many clients they had dealt with. I am guilty to say I counted this lady's coins in my head when I looked in the basket and I saw 8 washcloths. And I knew that we had paid between $80 and $150 each. That was in one day. Okay, that's all I have to say about that matter. Be passionate about what you do. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because your passion is what is going to keep you motivated when life is not looking so pretty. And here's the other thing. This is a reality check, folks. Your life is not Netflix. You can't just fast forward to season 7, episode 3, where it gets perfect. A lot of the time, what you're doing is going to feel as if you're doing nothing and going nowhere fast. You're going to wish that you could know, when am I going to get the job to catapult me into greatness? Why am I still here just feeling as if I'm backpedaling? Listen, I don't care if it's somewhere, nowhere. All I ask you to do is keep moving forward. Because the beauty of life is that when we get to a certain point down the road and we look back, the dots actually connect and make sense. When you look forward, you can't see how things are going to work out. But it will. So, one thing I always used to not like about speeches is that somebody would stand in front of me, gas me up, get me all happy and excited, and then 2 hours later, somebody asked, so what his speech was about? Well, I don't really know. But it was good. I'm not going to do that to y'all. I'm going to give you all a little package to help you remember what I actually spoke about. And I'm going to entitle this acronym TOOLS. Yeah, I think that's most fitting. TOOLS. TOOLS. And this is going to help kind of summarize what I just spoke about earlier. So, T, take pride in what you do. The reality is you don't know who's looking. Always remember that Rihanna went and performed in front of an audience of what? 1. And now has $2 billion companies. Take pride. You don't know who will see you. You don't know who's judging your work. Always act as if this could be the thing that, shoves you into greatness. Oh, we talked about it earlier. I said own your reputation. All you have is your name. And in a small island like this, I don't need to tell you, when somebody sullies that name, no matter if you become Lord Michael Howard, or Esquire, or Lord John Alcock, whoever, see what you did back there that they remember? It will follow you forever. Guard your name with your very life. It precedes you. Oh, operate professionally. Call when you say you're going to call, please. Show up. Follow up. Be professional. L, continuously level up. There's no joy in being mediocre. I'm not going to hire you if you're mediocre. However, if I could see that you've researched the latest gel technology in nails, I might consider you. Always try to study more, and that's how you'll set yourself apart from the rest. And S, stay ready, stay resilient. Because when you are able to bounce back from things going wrong, a customer giving you a bad review, Shelly, that you just hired tea from you, a man come in the middle of the night and all your tools gone, what do? You have to be able to bounce back. You don't have time to pull out your victim card. It just isn't going to work. So I'm going to start wrapping up with this. You've got your tools. You know what it takes to go out there into the world and do well. But here's something a lot of people don't remind you, and I mentioned this at the very beginning. I need you to know your worth. Let me explain. If you're a graphic artist, it's going to stop you from charging friend price of $5 a page forever. Because you're nervous that if you charge higher, nobody might take the service so I can stay down here. Now, the reality is when you start, you're trying to hustle. You're just trying to get business, right? But there comes a point that you have to look at the industry standard and determine, you know what? I think I'm here now. Know your worth and stand on it. I am at a stage in my life where in my business it's commission-based. I do not negotiate on my commission, folks. If you want me and the professionalism I'm bringing, this is my price. And then when they tell me, but no, I think you should, instead of that percentage, well, you know what, sir, I don't think I am the agent for you. But thank you so much for reaching out. I've walked away from million-dollar properties, folks, because this is my stance. And you know what it does? It helps my mindset stay up here. When you walk around knowing what you're worth, no one will ever be able to devalue you again. You got it? Good. So let me show you these Navy SEALs here on the screen. And one of the things you're going to say is, Sharita, they're Navy SEALs. They're the elite. They're top class. Like, be not in that level. I cannot apply lashes. Neither can most of them. Okay? If I try to give a 1-hour massage, my elbow is going to lock off at minute 15. I told you about the car maintenance thing. Right now, I'm good at finding the latch and getting the hood open. That's the best I can do. Your skill set is an elite space for just you. Most of us cannot get it done. That's where you understand your worth. Most of us cannot do what you can do. And that's why, even though you might say, but Sharita, this is top tier, these men are the best in the world, but you could be best in whatever you do too. Don't compare yourself to anybody. Take your craft and shoot yourself to the moon. In conclusion, I'm going to leave you with this. When you leave here, you're armed to fix something, create something, beautify somebody. You can build houses, you can, run the electricals, you can do all that stuff, which is fantastic. But I need you to know it is not by chance. You see, God has a way of putting certain gifts inside of you for a number of reasons. Number one, to get you to where the money resides, but also for you to impact the rest of the world. You see, when you start seeing your skill that you've taken and been interested in and grown it and cultivated it as something God-given, you're going to start treating it with a lot of respect. Because it doesn't become about you anymore and trying to hustle a man out of $1. It becomes more about an act of service. I want to serve you. I want to give you this gift that has been placed inside of me. So as you graduate today, I want you to walk around believing that you have a crowd of people behind you, cheering for you, shouting your name, Michael, John, we're rooting for you. But I need you to hear that in your head. Listen, folks, the world needs you. Don't take what you have been blessed with for granted. Give it as a gift to the world, and we are looking forward to receiving it. My name is Sharita Odell. Cheers to success.
Thank you, Mrs. Odell, for that remarkable presentation. I'll ask you to remain on stage as we invite our Deputy Principal Administration, Ms. Andrea Brathwaite, to come forward and present a token of appreciation.
How are you? Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Brathwaite. Shanice Cato has been playing the violin for over 10 years. Her musical journey is rooted primarily in church ministry. Barbadian and Vincentian by background, she has performed in various ensembles, church groups, and bands across St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Barbados. Though she's also skilled in piano and steel pan, the violin has been her principal instrument. In recent years, Shanice is especially drawn to gospel music, and this remains at the center of her musical expression. Today, she will be performing for us a reflective piece that acknowledges appreciation for the support and dedication behind this graduation milestone. Let us give Miss Cato another round of applause for a beautiful rendition. I now invite the Deputy Principal Academic, Miss Brenda Osborne, to present the graduating class to the chairman. Ms. Osborne.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Graduates, please stand. Madam Chair, the graduates of the class 2025. Graduates, please sit. Madam Chair and Principal Drakes, I invite you to stand to receive the graduates and to present the special awards. Madam Chair, this evening I present the graduates of the following divisions: Agriculture, Automotive and Welding Engineering, Building Studies, Business Studies, Electrical Engineering, Printing and Mechanical Engineering, Human Ecology, Distance and Continuing Education. Madam Chair, this evening graduates will receive certificates, diplomas, and unit certificates in various disciplines from the SJPI and N and CVQs from the TVET Council.
Divisional Most Outstanding Student, Division of Mechanical Engineering and Printing, Orin Branch. Diploma in Mechanical Maintenance Engineering with distinction. Diploma in Massage Therapy with Beauty Therapy. Rainel Weeks, Most Outstanding Student, Division in Human Ecology and the Registrar's Award. Principal's Award, Janita Clark, Most Outstanding Student, Division in Agriculture. Yeah. Kareem Mofford, our valedictorian, most outstanding student in diploma in plumbing with distinction. We would now invite the principal and Madam Chair to have a seat while the valedictorian delivers his address.
With protocol being established, good afternoon. Standing here today as the valedictorian of the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology, I am filled with gratitude, pride, and a little disbelief that the moment we've all worked so hard for is finally here. Permit me to share a little bit of my story. In 2023, I migrated from St. Vincent and the Grenadines to pursue a diploma in plumbing. It was a major step, leaving behind the comfort of my home, my family, my friends, and the Vincentian way of life to enter a completely different country, culture, and rhythm. I'll be honest, it wasn't easy at first. Everything felt new. I didn't even know how to get home from school. It was exciting but daunting at the same time. And the hardest part, the Bajan tongue. It was a real struggle for both sides because I couldn't understand y'all, and you certainly couldn't understand me. I have to big up my classmate Green. Because of his military background, he understands me sometimes, so he had to translate to the classmates and to the teachers. Classmates always told me, you should be speaking Bajan by now. But I always declined because, trust me, if I went back home speaking a different accent, my family and friends would have laughed after me non-stop. But despite it all, things got better. I made friends, I found my place, and looking back now, I wouldn't trade this experience for anything. Student life at the SJPI isn't easy. It demands both our minds and our hands. It teaches us that theory means little without practice, and that innovation comes not only from what we imagine, but from what we create. Whether you studied agriculture, business studies, building studies, electrical engineering, or any of the many disciplines represented here today, we've all learned to balance knowledge with action. That's what sets an SJPI graduate apart. We are thinkers and doers. We build, we fix, we innovate, and we improve the world one skill at a time. And that brings me to our team. Building skills, creating tomorrow. This isn't just a quote. It's a reminder of what we've achieved and what lies ahead. Every night we spent studying late, every project we completed, every tool we learned to master was not just about passing a course. It was about building the skills that will help us create a better tomorrow for ourselves, our families, and our communities. We are a generation that will design the houses that shelter families, grow the food that sustains nations, and run the businesses that drive our economies forward. We are literally shaping tomorrow with our hands, our minds, and our hearts. I want to take a moment to thank our families for their endless love, patience, and support. You've been our strength through it all. And most importantly, I thank God for His grace and guidance throughout this journey. Every step, every success, every challenge, we owe it all to Him. To our instructors and mentors, thank you. You taught us far more than what was written in the textbooks. You taught us discipline, professionalism, and pride in our craft. Special thanks to my instructors, Ms. St. Hill, the strict one who kept us in line with our military background and our motherly nature. Mr. Lowe, the comedian who reminded us that learning can be fun. Mr. Boyce, the calm, reserved, and steady one. Mr. Seeley, the young and relatable one. Ms. Waith, who encouraged us to open up and share. And also to Mr. Gibson, Mr. Jackson, Ms. Boxell, Ms. Grant, Ms. Wilson, and Ms. Haynes. Each of you played a part in shaping who we are today. I would also like to say thanks to the food vendors for keeping us nourished and energized throughout the school term. From breakfast that helped us start the day, to mid-morning snacks, right to lunches that kept us strong. Special thanks to Baker with the pizzas that are big like Bridgetown. and moms who made sure we had something to eat, even if it was a currant slice. To my classmates and fellow graduates, we faced challenges together. Today, we stand not just as graduates, but as proof that perseverance, teamwork, and faith truly pay off. Along the way, this journey has taught me a few important steps that I'd like to share. Lessons I hope we all carry forward. Lesson number 1, success isn't a straight line. We've all had moments when things didn't go according to plan, like a bad exam grade or a missed opportunity. But those moments didn't stop us, they shaped us. Success isn't about falling, it's about getting back up with wisdom and strength each time we do. Lesson number 2, comparison is the thief of joy. We are in a generation where we can see everyone's achievements at the swipe of a screen. It's easy to feel like we're behind, but as cliche as it sounds, life isn't a race, it's a journey. The only person you need to compete with is the person you were yesterday. Lesson number 3, and perhaps the most important, be kind. People may forget what you said or did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Kindness can turn strangers into friends and moments into memories. Carry it with you wherever you go. As we step into the next chapter of our lives, let us not forget the foundation we've built. Here, let us keep building our skills, our character, our dreams, and in doing so, continue creating tomorrow. To the class of 2025, congratulations. We've proven that hard work, resilience, and faith can take us further. May we go forward with courage, compassion, creativity to make the difference in whatever path we choose. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mufford. Graduates, please applaud your valedictorian. Madam Chair and Mr. Principal, we invite you to resume greeting the graduates and presenting the scrolls as Ms. Williams calls the names of the remaining graduates.
Nathaniel White, Diploma in Refrigeration and Air Conditioning with distinction. Registrar's Honor Roll. Zenobia Phillips, Diploma in Massage Therapy with Beauty Therapy with distinction. Registrar's Honor Roll. Cheyenne Aline, Diploma in Agriculture with merit. Sharif Aline, Unique Certificate in Diploma in Agriculture. Davion Brathwaite, Unit Certificate in Diploma in Agriculture. Shamaya Carter, Certificate in Animal Husbandry with merit. Deontay Clark, Diploma in Agriculture with merit. Jaden Clark, Diploma in Agriculture. Mikhail Smith, Diploma in Agriculture with Merit. Samantha Franklin, Certificate in Agriculture with Merit. Aaliyah Reed, Unit Certificate in Agriculture, in Animal Husbandry, sorry. Akila Wilshire, Certificate in Animal Husbandry with Distinction, Registrar's Honor Roll. Shani Yearwood, Unit Certificate in Diploma in Agriculture. Rison Garrett, Diploma in Marine Diesel Engineering with Merit. We'll now move to the Automotive and Welding Division. Deshaun Proverbs, Diploma in Marine Diesel Engineering with Merit. Mishak Worrell, Advanced Diploma in Motor Vehicle Engineering with Merit. Justin Flavius, Unit Certificate in Vehicle Body Repair. Alexis Selman, Diploma in Motor Vehicle Engineering Technology with Merit. We'll now move to the Division of Building Engineering. Kadrian Clark, Registrar's Honor Roll for the Diploma in Cabinet and Furniture Making with Distinction. Mark Bradshaw, Unit Certificate in Carpentry and Joinery. Amar Smith, Diploma in Cabinet and Furniture Making. Anton Greenidge, Diploma in Carpentry and Joinery with Merit. Soraya Williams, Diploma in Cabinet and Furniture Making with Merit, as well as 3D AutoCAD Solid Modeling 1 from Distance and Continuum. We're now moving to Division of Business Studies. Tor Adams, Diploma in Accounts Technology. Tretisha Beckles, Diploma in Office Administration. Saraya Boyce, Diploma in Office Administration. Alina Chapman, Diploma in Office Administration. Adriana Clark, Diploma in Office Administration with merit. Matthew Clark, Unit Certificate with Diploma in Accounts Technology. Rhea Clement, Diploma in Office Administration. Tiffany Constable, Diploma in Office Administration with merit. Osei Cuttin Blendman, Diploma in Office Administration with merit. Raina Daniel, Diploma in Office Administration with merit. Shemaya Griffith, the Certificate in Office Administration with distinction. Maya Greenidge, Diploma in Office Administration with merit. Xavier Harper, Diploma in Office Administration with merit. Brianna Herbert, Certificate in Office Administration with Distinction and the Registrar's Honor Roll. Kashana Jordan, Diploma in Accounts Technology. Abigail Mack Greenidge, Certificate in Office Administration with Distinction and the Registrar's Honor Roll. Tiana Moore, Certificate in Accounts Technology. Sateria Kwashi, Diploma in Office Administration with Merit. Nadia Pyle, Diploma in Office Administration with Merit and Certificate in Nursing Auxiliary Studies with Merit. Sado Hawthorne, Diploma in Accounts Technology. Cedra Seeley, Diploma in Office Administration with Merit. Rachel Skeet, Diploma in Office Administration with Merit. Jaleesa Smith, Diploma in Office Administration with Merit. Toria Spencer, Diploma in Office Administration with Merit. Derica Seals, the Certificate in Office Administration with Distinction and the Registrar's Honor Roll. Jalea Woodruff Phillips, Diploma in Office Administration with Merit. We now move to the Division of Electrical Engineering. Jaden Andrews, Certificate in Electronic Servicing Technology. Malcolm Bino, Diploma in Microcomputer Technology. Leron Edwards Agard, Unit Certificate in the Certificate in Refrigeration and Air Conditioning. Caleb Gibbs, Unit Certificate in the Certificate in Electrical Wiring. Beyonce Goodrich, Diploma in Microcomputer Technology with Merit. Alyssa Graham, Diploma in Microcomputer Technology and Certificate in Refrigeration and Air Conditioning. Kobe Griffith, Diploma in Refrigeration and Air Conditioning with Merit. Jarin King, Diploma in Networking Technologies with Merit. Trey Moore, Unit Certificate in the Certificate in Electrical Wiring. Malik Rollins, Diploma in Refrigeration and Air Conditioning. Caron Renee, Diploma in Networking Technology. Nathan Trotman, Diploma in Microcomputer Technology with Merit. Ephraim Trotman, Diploma in Microcomputer Technology. Dominic White, Unit Certificate in the Diploma in Microcomputer Technology. Shikari Blades, Diploma in Masonry. Derek Thomas, Electrical Installation 1. Dwayne Allen, Diploma in Masonry with Merit. Shakem Johnson, Diploma in Plumbing with Merit. Dwayne Green, Registrar's Honor Roll for the Diploma in Plumbing with Distinction. Tennyson Carew Stevens, Diploma in Plumbing with Distinction and the Registrar's Honor Roll. Norel Fontenelle, Unit Certificate in the Diploma in Plumbing. Jaheem Grant, Diploma in Plumbing with Merit. We now move to the Diploma in Human Ecology, the Division in Human Ecology. Kalisha Adonis, Diploma in Garment Technology with Merit. Geneva Aline, Diploma in Massage Therapy. Roshana Aline Mears, Diploma in Home Economics with Merit. Aaliyah Burgess, Diploma in Massage Therapy with Merit. Haley Charles Hurst, Certificate in Beauty Therapy. Ricardia Cozier, Certificate in Hairdressing with Merit. Tashona Eastman, Unit Certificate in Partial Fulfillment of the Certificate in Beauty Therapy. Christiane Gibson, Certificate in Catering with Merit. Kiara Holder, Diploma in Massage Therapy with Beauty Therapy. With Merit. Jonathan Hunt, Certificate in Garment Technology. Danica Kelman, Certificate in Catering with Merit. Brianna Light, Certificate in Beauty Therapy with Merit. Michaela Padmore, Diploma in Massage Therapy with Merit. Amaya Oliver, Certificate in Hairdressing with Distinction and the Registrar's Honor Roll. Kiara Maynard, Certificate in Catering. Jocelyn Paris, Certificate in Catering. Marissa Phil, Certificate in Hairdressing with Merit. Mercedes Pollard, Certificate in Beauty Therapy. Kiana Smith White, Diploma in Massage Therapy with Merit. Kiara Prescott, Unit Certificate in Partial Fulfillment of the Certificate in Beauty Therapy. Shakira Walcott, Unit Certificate in Partial Fulfillment of the Certificate in Hairdressing. Tisha Wilkinson, Certificate in Hairdressing with Merit. Alyssa Yard Mosley, Certificate in Catering with Merit. Tonisha Thorpe, Certificate in Catering. Rokisha Walker, Diploma in Home Economics. Carrie King, Diploma in Home Economics. Aisha Nichols, Unit Certificate in Partial Fulfillment of the Diploma in Garment Technology. Malik Wade, Certificate in Catering. Keisha Ward, Certificate in Garment Technology with Merit. We now move to the Mechanical Engineering and Printing Division. Austin Barber, Diploma in Mechanical Maintenance Engineering with distinction and the Registrar's Honor Roll. Nisha Rathwaite, Diploma in Mechanical Maintenance Engineering with Merit. Alex Cadogan, Unit Certificate in Mechanical Maintenance. Brittany Clark Ford, Certificate in Mechanical Maintenance Engineering with distinction, and the Registrar's Honor Roll. Thierry Downey, Diploma in Mechanical Maintenance Engineering with distinction and the Registrar's Honor Roll. Azari Gittins, Unit Certificate in Mechanical Maintenance Engineering in partial fulfillment of the Diploma in Mechanical Maintenance Engineering. Tyrese Payne, Diploma in Mechanical Maintenance Engineering with merit. LeCarlo Rice, Diploma in Mechanical Maintenance Engineering with merit. Tiana Thompson, Unit Certificate in Mechanical Maintenance Engineering in partial fulfillment of the Diploma in Mechanical Maintenance Engineering. And that concludes our full-time graduates. We now move to the distance and continuing open and flexible division. Malik Ellis, most outstanding student for the Diesel Engine Mechanics 1 course. Dominic Grant, Motor Vehicle Engineering Theory and Practice. Tiana Alsop, most outstanding student for Plumbing 1. Raheem Beckles, Plumbing 1. Troy Boyce, Plumbing 1. Glenroy Carmichael, 3D AutoCAD Solid Modeling 1. Jamal Corbin, Plumbing 1. David Critchlow, Plumbing 1. Leonardo Fontes, Rivet Architecture. Ellsworth Howell, most outstanding student in 3D AutoCAD Solid Modeling 1. Chesley Huggins, Plumbing 1. Kyle Kelman, Plumbing 1. Kai Marie Price Waltrus, 3D AutoCAD Solid Modeling 1. Dawn Lane, Plumbing 1. Patrick Phillips, Plumbing 1. Rommel Scott, Plumbing 1. Juanita Roberts, Plumbing 1. Dale Robinson, Plumbing 1. Lakeisha Osborne, Computer Repairs and Servicing Technology. Daisha Craig, Supervisory Management. Shanice Cumberbatch, Supervisory Management. Sanshia Granum, Supervisory Management. Jashedi Gazgo, Supervisory Management. Carlos Hall, Supervisory Management. Tracy James, Supervisory Management. Enika John Paul, Supervisory Management. Sherry Jean Bell, Supervisory Management. Jade Moore, Supervisory Management. Charlene Williams, Supervisory Management. Joshua Aline, Massage Therapy. Kiara Applewhite, Child Care and Nursery Management. Tiffany Best, Massage Therapy. Destiny Bispham, Child Care and Nursery Management. Keisha Caesar, Child Care and Nursery Management. Charlene Critchlow, Child Care and Nursery Management. Lisa Daniel, Child Care and Nursery Management. Kiara Denny, Child Care and Nursery Management. Dominic Goodfellow, Massage Therapy. Kishana Green, Child Care and Nursery Management. Rochelle Husbands, Child Care and Nursery Management. Rashana Jackson, Child Care and Nursery Management. Leisha Jordan, Child Care and Nursery Management. Amanda Kinch, Most Outstanding Student with the Child Care and Nursery Management. Purdy Paul, Massage Therapy. Nina Prescott, Child Care and Nursery Management. Kerry Clark Leacock, Massage Therapy. Cassandra Small, Most Outstanding Student, Child Care and Nursery Management. Tonisha Smith, Child Care and Nursery Management. Tiffany Smith, Child Care and Nursery Management. Danielle Thompson, Child Care and Nursery Management. Christina Worrell, Child Care and Nursery Management. Shanice Yearwood, Child Care and Nursery Management. Shediamond Mears, Certificate in Accounts Technology with Merit. Janaira Maynard, Certificate in Hairdressing with Merit. Jahim Kelman, Certificate in Maritime Operations with Merit. Thank you, Madam Chair and Mr. Principal. That concludes our distribution of the certificates.
Thank you, Madam Chair, Principal Drakes, and Ms. Williams. There is one final task, and that is to express our gratitude. To deliver the vote of thanks, I now invite the Deputy Principal Administration, Ms. Andrea Brathwaite.
Protocol having been established, good evening. Now, the former First Lady, Mrs. Michelle Obama, once said that expressing gratitude is critical because many individuals contribute to our success. This is indeed the case on this occasion. And so, it is truly a privilege to deliver the vote of thanks as we celebrate the achievements of the graduating class of 2025. Tonight, I wish to acknowledge all those who dedicated their time, talents, and resources to making this ceremony meaningful and memorable. I begin by expressing my heartfelt thank you to Miss Shauna Carter for invoking God's presence among us. Ma'am, your prayer was uplifting and inspirational. To the Law School Steel Orchestra, your musical selections were on point and set a wonderful tone for the evening. This atmosphere was further enhanced by Master Chief David Knight and the Barbados Cadet Corps, whose ceremonial entrance paved the way for tonight's celebrations. We thank all of you. To our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Royden Richards, thank you, sir, for your engaging presence and for guiding us seamlessly through the program. Your professionalism and delivery help to maintain an enjoyable pace throughout the evening. To the Honorable Sandra Husbands, Minister of Training and Tertiary Education, thank you for accepting our invitation and delivering a comprehensive and reassuring minister's report. We are confident that with the continued support of your ministry, no graduate of the SJPI will be left behind. To the Chairman of the Board of Management, Mrs. Corinne Kennedy Tate, thank you for your warm welcome and for presenting the Scrolls and Appreciation Awards. To our principal, Mr. Ian Drates, thank you for your informative report and for keeping us abreast of the institutional's continued development. Special thanks is also extended to the members of the Board of Management of the SJPI and to our honorary awards, Dr. Dion Greenage and Mrs. Teresa Logie, for accepting the awards on the behalf of the Sagicor Kefil School of Business and Management, University of the West Indies, and the Republic Bank Barbados Limited, respectively. A deep sense of appreciation is also extended to our featured speaker, Ms. Charita Odell. Ma'am, your timely and thought-provoking address captivated us all as you encourage our graduates to reflect and rise above challenges and reach for excellence. Thank you for your inspirational words. We also express our sincere appreciation to Mrs. Brenda Osborne, our Deputy Principal Academic, for presenting the graduates and providing the background on the honorary awards. Special thanks to Miss Katrina Williams, Senior Clerk in Student Services, for announcing the graduates, and to Miss Janice Clark and Kadia Jordan for assisting with the distribution of plaques and scrolls. Now, graduates, I am certain that you were pleased with how well your valedictorian, Mr. Kareem Mofford, represented you this evening. Sir, you have done your peers proud. Congratulations. Now, no event is complete without entertainment, and we thoroughly enjoyed the performance of Miss Kelly Cadogan, our soloist, and Miss Shanice Cato, whose violin rendition was nothing short of soulful. We thank you for sharing your gifts with us. We must acknowledge the tremendous work that happens behind the scenes. Many individuals contribute to the planning and execution of this celebration. These include Ms. Deborah Charleston Hill, our Executive Officer Acting, and her team of general workers, messengers, and drivers. Deep appreciation is also extended to our registrar, Mrs. Hyacinth Collymore, Ms. Katrina Williams, and the entire staff in the Student Service section. We also want to thank the graduating committee for their dedication in organizing this event. Special gratitude is also extended to Mrs. Carmichael Aline, our hostess, and the team of ushers for ensuring the smooth flow of the evening. From invitations to venue and everything else in between, our sincere thanks goes out to our suppliers. These include W Portfolio Events, Scott Printery, D-Blaze Trophies Limited, and the management of the staff and the management and staff of the Wyndham Resorts, Sam Lord's Castle. Special thanks also to the Media Resource Center of the Ministry of Educational Transformation and to Mr. Kevin Delaney, our official photographer. This marks the 4th year of presenting our honorary awards. And we want to express our gratitude to Mr. Andrew Gittins, the head of Mechanical Engineering and Printing Division, for designing and producing the plaques we shared here this evening. Thank you so much, Mr. Gittins. To our invited guests, industry partners, members of government and statutory bodies, former members of the Board of Management, retired staff, members of the Executive Committee of the SJPI and the SJPI alumni, members of the Student Council, parents, guardians, all of our specially invited guests, thank you for your continued support and commitment to the institution. To the media, thank you for covering this event and for the coverage we know that we will receive. Finally, but by no means least, a special thanks goes out to you, the graduating class of 2025. You have sat through this evening's proceedings with great poise and expectation. We are extremely proud of you and honored to celebrate this milestone with you. As you leave the SJPI, I encourage you to do not forget the values and knowledge you would have gained, but be empowered. Step boldly into the world, building skills, creating meaningful tomorrow for you and for your country. Once again, thank you to everyone for your involvement and for being part of this evening's graduation ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Brathwaite. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2025. That brings us to the end of our proceedings. You have been an incredible audience. Please remain in your seats until after the recessional. Please do not block the aisles or passageways by attempting to greet or take photos with graduates. After the ceremony, you are free to do